Mac Jones, welcome to Uber Eats. Bailey Zappi, welcome to DoorDash. My God, the Patriots are genuinely fucking terrible. They lose today 10-6 in Germany. A game I woke up 9:30 a.m. to go ahead and watch. At the end of the game, Bill Belichick benches Mac Jones and he puts in Bailey Zappi, who hasn't played in a couple of weeks and isn't good at the game of football. But Mac Jones as well isn't good at the game of football unless he is at Alabama with 5 stars all around him, with Devontae Smith and everybody all around him. He has one of the worst offenses of football, and he's been fucking off. But he's just not a good quarterback in this league as well. So there's also that as well. They lose today 10-6, and now they sit 2-8, now headed into the bye week next week, losing against a Colts team without their starting quarterback. And this is a game that was really dominated on the ground from the Patriots, let's be honest. Defensively, I mean, we only give up 10 points. We have to give credit to defense. Defense, they only give up 10 points. Realistically speaking, the Patriots should have at least 9 points. Tyrod Riley missed a 35-yard field goal. Might have been a bad snap from Joe Cardona, the long snapper, who's had a pretty disappointing season, let's be honest. I mean, shout out to him. I know yesterday was Veterans Day. Shout out to him. He did serve, but respectfully, he's just not been good as a long snapper this season, and has led to multiple missed field goals for Chad Ryland this season. But then Chad Ryland also just barely makes like a 25-yard field goal, so maybe it's a combination of both of them not being on the same page and not really being in sync. I don't know, but the Patriots lose on Bailey Zappi doing a fake spike, throwing into like triple coverage. The commentator was like, he threw it to a team meeting of Colts. I don't know if that was expatriate Jason McCourty or that was Rich Eisen. I forgot which one that was, but holy shit. This also just lets you know that the New England Patriots probably will be drafting the quarterback this upcoming draft, which is good because we've had 3 years of Mac Jones. He had some good his rookie season, and then last year was disappointing. This year has gotten even worse. Let's be honest. I don't know if he's been worse. He's just been terrible, bro. Let's be honest. Like that Bills game where he drove down, I'm like, maybe there's something in Mac Jones. No, that was 1 in a million. That was a fucking. That was literally, like I said, 1 in a million. That's a fallacy, unfortunately. Mac Jones today for the Patriots. Gets benched at the end of the game for Bailey Zapp. I haven't seen that in a long time. A starting quarterback plays all game and they get benched with the biggest drive of the game incoming. I mean, he threw a brutal pick to when he was trying to throw to make the mistake. He looked like he was in good position to get a touchdown in the back of the right end zone. And unfortunately, he misses. There was a terrible pick in the red zone, which would have led to a field goal. And if Tyrod made the field goal, we would have been up 12-10. Now they would have had another drive, obviously, to go ahead and score and ultimately keep the game with a field goal. But still, Patriots should have a minimum 9 points. And the fact that you weren't able to get in the end zone, the first drive of the game to end that in the field goal, that bad throw to Hunter Henry taken after the game, which led to the viral clip of Robert Kraft just like in disbelief. Like that's disheartening. Like change has to happen for the New England Patriots. And Bill Belichick, man, like big fan of him, but my God, he's lucky he's the greatest coach of all time, because if it was any other coach in NFL history, he would be fired like right now, immediately. So Mac Jones today, 15 of 20, 170 yards in a pick, not even a touchdown today. Patriots said he did not have a single touchdown. It just drops. They have to have the lowest amount of points scored in the NFL this season. Bailey Zappi, 3 of 7, 25 yards and a pick as well. On the ground today, the ground game was honestly pretty good. Shout out to Ramondre Stevenson and shout out to Ezekiel Elliott. I don't know why we weren't utilizing. I know we faced elite defenses. The Colts defense is pretty good. It's not an elite defense, but it's pretty good, especially that D line. They were definitely getting to our O line, to be completely honest. Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson today on the ground had another really good game. That's 2 really good games back to back for Ramondre Stevenson. 20 carries, 88 yards. Came out with the injury in the fourth quarter, and then he came back in, thankfully, for the last couple of drives of the game. 20 for 88 for him. Zeke, 13 for 54. He had a nice 19-yard screen pass, but it was nullified by a Juju Smith-Schuster. I think it was like illegal formation or something like that. That's 2 big penalties on Juju Smith-Schuster on pretty good yardage this game, unfortunately for us. Like I said, Zeke 13 for 54. McAfee ran the ball today pretty solid, 3 for 25 as well. Actually, for him, that's actually really good because he just is an absolute statue, an absolute snail. Demario Douglas, I don't know why we aren't giving the ball to him more, but Demario Douglas is a big playmaker. On that third down, that was in the fourth quarter, he made that big catch. And to end off the first half, he had a nice 30-yard catch as well. Matt kind of stat padded a little bit there as they were playing deep, and he got something in the intermediate game. Demario Douglas, that's one of the bright spots for the Patriots this season, and as a recent, but Demario Douglas and maybe the coming back of Ramondre Stevenson, who was definitely disappointing early on in the season, and now he might be back, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Demario Douglas today, 6 receptions for 84 yards. Zeke 2 for 34. He played really well today. Shout out to Zeke. Mike Gesicki 2 for 22. Could have been a touchdown, even more yardage in another reception, but Mac Jones unfortunately did throw that pick. As Mac Jones, he is just not good at the game of football. He makes a lot of throws that just don't need to be made. A lot of throws without setting his feet. A lot of throws off his back foot. A lot of throws where he's just not perfectly set, and it just leads to shit like this. I don't know what it is. I don't know why he just doesn't throw the ball away. I know obviously he can't run for yardage, so just throw the ball away. Why are you forcing a pass in a tight zone? You don't have an elite arm. You're not going to get a pass like right. You're just not that guy, Mac Jones, respectfully. Hunter Henry today, 3 catches for 21 yards. Mondre, 3 for 14. Kayshon Boutte with his first career NFL reception. Shout out to him. In his, I believe, his second career game, he did have 4 targets in his first game against the Eagles, where he narrowly lost because he couldn't get his 2 feet in on the final play of the game for the New England Patriots, as they were damn near in the red zone. And then after that, he has been inactive basically ever since. And then he comes out today with his first reception. So shout out to Kayshon Boutte. Juju Smith-Schuster, 1 reception for 9 yards. He had a nice catch on third down in the fourth quarter. 2 bad penalties. And unfortunately, he's been very disappointing this season overall in the receiving game. Yeah. And then defensive-wise today, Patriots had no sacks. No sacks at all. It's disgusting. We didn't have a pick today from Miles Bryant, who did, outside of that pick, like, he got burnt a couple times. There was a play on what, I don't know if it was Miles Bryant. I honestly don't know who it was. I know Sean Wade made a good play. I know Kyle Duggar made a good play as well on Jonathan Taylor. On like 3rd and 1, he got negative yards. He got tackled for loss. But there was a play as of like 3rd and damn near in like our red zone, defensive wise, and Gardner Minshew, like, off his back foot, throws a somehow Josh Downs catches that. I'm like, yeah, this game is just not for us, bro. But yeah. Jelani Tavai made a couple plays. They get called for a roughing the something or necessary roughness or something. I like to play from Jelani Tavai. Like what I saw today from Christian Barmore. Jack Jones got cut a couple of times, unfortunately. Beatrice Riley made a good play deflecting the ball, and Chad Riley made 2 of his 3 field goals for 6 points. Chad Riley, he scored every point today for the New England Patriots. That's pretty tough, to be honest. He can make 2 of 3, but as long as being a 37-yard field goal, again, he barely made like a 25-yard. So still concerned about Chad Riley, to be honest. Especially when you draft a kicker in the 4th round and you trade a kicker in Nick Folk, who's barely missed the season for the Titans, and all you got back for him was a 7th round pick. But he's literally one of the best kickers in the league, and then you have a rookie kicker that you drafted in the 4th round who has been all right, mediocre at best. Like, that's just not it. And Bryce Behringer punted 4 times for 250 yards, 62.5 yards per punt. That's actually insane. Our punter is one of our best players. 2023 the New England Patriots. This is what you have to root for now, I guess. Higher 1st round pick though. After this, I will go ahead and look through and see what our pick is looking like. The Giants play today. They probably lose against the Cowboys, unfortunately, that makes them go up. But the Cardinals still have Kyler Murray coming back, so that definitely can mean that they can go down in the NFL draft tankathon standing. So hey, NFL draft order. So hey, let's go. On to the Colts now. Gardner Minshew, 18 for 28, 194 yards and a pick. Made a couple of nice plays on 3rd down as well, just to get pressure in his face and just make timely throws when it mattered. Gardner Minshew, obviously one of the best backup quarterbacks in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor today, 23 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown as well. Had a touchdown on 4th and goal. The Patriots stopped him 3 consecutive times, and then on 4th and goal, he made a couple of nice moves, and then he ended up scoring, which led to them winning the game. They basically won that game without one play right there, as the Patriots only scored 6, and that one play was literally 6 points added on to the field goal, and that was 7. So the Colts technically did beat us in the first quarter, so that's pretty sad, to be honest. Michael Pittman today, 8 catches for 84 yards. He was complaining a couple of days ago, I think, about not getting the ball, not being an intricate part of the team, and then there he is against us. 8 catches today for 84 yards. Josh Downs, rookie, was kind of banged up coming into this game. He's been pretty good this season overall, and he had 2 catches for 40 yards, none bigger than the second reception on 3rd down right at the tail end of the 4th quarter of this game. Isaiah McKenzie, former Bill, remember he had a pretty big game against somebody, have like a 3 touchdown game against us. I'm like, yo, he's not doing this shit again. Bills fans were coming at me, and he has not done that shit ever again. So there you go. Isaiah McKenzie today, though, 4 catches for 31 yards. Alec Pierce, 1 for 21. So I thought that he runs like the most out of like any offensive player in the NFL this season. Jackson State coming from Alec Pierce, but shout out to him, I guess. Will Mallory, I'm guessing the backup or 3rd string tight end, 1 catch today for 7. Jay Tay, 1 for 6. The backup, I believe, Kylan Grant, who did miss a pretty big yardage chunk on a play that he, I guess, dropped. Maybe he just wasn't synced in with Gardner Minshew. He had 1 for 5. And defensive wise today, 3 sacks from Deo. My bad if I chopped the last name. Adeyingbo. Like, I didn't realize he had 3 sacks that I'm reading these stats off right here. So that's actually pretty disgusting. A sack today from Kwity Paye, RI legend. If you know, you know. We went to Bishop Hendrick and Warwick. If you know, you know. And then Julian Blackman had a pick on Mac Jones in the end zone. And then Rodney Thomas II, what they picked to end off the game. Bailey Zappi throwing a fake spike into a pick, which I've never seen in my entire life. I know he was absolutely shitting himself. He did not expect to be in that game. But Belichick called his number, and he shit himself. But to no surprise, Bailey Zappi's not a good quarterback, so he throws a game losing pick. And the Patriots now look themselves sitting at 2-8, and one of the worst teams in the NFL. Then you have Isaiah McKenzie with a 41-yard punt return, 41-yard kick return, which I don't really remember, to be honest. If Matt Gay missed one of his 2 field goals, the 57-yarder, which he barely missed, but of course he hit the 51-yard field goal, which would, if he missed that, the Patriots would have gotten a field goal and they would have won the game. They got to stop on the ensuing drive after that, but nope. And then Rigoberto Sanchez punted the ball 5 times for 224 yards and 44.8 yards per punt. Patriots, they had more yards overall than the Colts, and they lost this game. They just could not get it done in the red zone. They cannot. The missed field goal, Chad Ryland, the pick by Mac Jones, the overthrow of Hunter Henry, which puts Robert Kraft in disbelief. 340 yards today for the Patriots to 264 for the Colts. 173 passing yards for the Patriots, 194 for the Colts. We had 167 rushing yards to their 70. We were dominant on the ground this game, and we still could not win. We have 5 yards per carry, we have 5 yards per play to their 4.9, 21 first downs to their 15, 6 of 14 on 4th down to their 5 of 13. We were 1 of 1 on 4th down. They were 2 for 2. We had 68 plays to their 54. We allowed 5 sacks. They allowed 0. The Patriots O-line this season has been a very big disappointment. Trent Brown, once again, is out in the not to Germany. Unfortunately, he's one of our best O-linemen. We had 4 punts to their 5. 5 penalties today for 34 yards for us. 4 for 34 for them. We both didn't lose a fumble. We threw 2 picks, 1 from Mac and 1 from Zappi. They threw 1 pick to Miles Bryant, a nice deflection. We had 34.25. We had 34 minutes and 25 seconds of time of possession to their 25 minutes and 35 seconds of time of possession. We still lost this game, beating them in the yard game, beating them in the running game, beating them in the yards per play game, beating them in so many facets of the game, and still losing this game because you cannot score when it really matters, and you cannot get in the end zone. You have one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. But the defense, shout out to him. Andre Stevenson, Shout out to him. Ezekiel Elliott. Shout out to him. Demario Douglas. Shout out to him. Shit, even Bryce Behringer. Shout out to him. It is going to be a long duration of season for the New England Patriots. It's going to be a long time until the offseason comes around. But we do have a lot of money to spend this offseason. Hopefully we can spend that adequately and spend it on the right players this time around. Like Bill has gotten Judon. Bill has gotten Kendrick Bourne. He's gotten good players. And then you have guys like Juju Smith-Schuster. Re-signing Devontae Parker. Who is he even like hurt, or is he just getting benched because he's fucking awful? Like, I don't know at this point. But the Patriots lose once again. They sit now at 2-8, headed now into a bye week, and now they go up against the Giants. Now, if you lose against this Giants team, if you lose against Tommy DeVito, there might be something legitimately wrong with you. The Patriots have winnable games coming up soon, but at this point in the season, I'm not rooting for the Patriots to ever lose a game. But if they lose, I'm not worked up about it. If they win, then cool, I'll take it. Like they had a winnable game last week against the Colts. They lost. Winnable game this week against, winnable game last week against the Commanders without Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Traded both of them away. Winnable game today against the Colts. We have a winnable game against the Giants. Chargers, on the other hand, probably not that much of a winnable game. They have a pretty good team, let's be honest. Steelers have gone outgained and outpassed in every game, but they still have a winning record. Sitting at 5-3. Shout out to the legend Mike Tomlin. But yeah, Patriots fans, it's looking bad. But hey, like I always say in these videos, through the good, the bad, and the ugly, I will always stand with the New Patriots. Remember, I got this shirt. What was this? 2014, 2015. It's now 2023. That shirt was purchased 8 years ago. I remember I bought this in a CVS. So we've been here through the good. Even as a kid, 8 years ago at 13, I saw members of the Patriots going ahead and winning Super Bowl. We won a Super Bowl 4 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what is there to be worked up about? 2019, won a Super Bowl. We beat the Rams 13-3 in a terrible Super Bowl. For opposing fans, but the Patriots, we'll take it, okay? 4 years ago, bro, 4 years ago, we won a Super Bowl. 4 years ago. And now we're one of the worst teams in the NFL. But you know what? I can take it. Get me a top 3 pick, ladies and gentlemen. I did not go through this season to draft an O-lineman. I did not go through the season to not get at least a top 5 pick. So let's go ahead and load up Tankathon and see what the Patriots are going ahead and looking like. But man, whew, yikes. That was a very bad loss. But again, with these games, I can't lose. We either win a game, which is good, or we lose, we get a higher pick. So hey, at the end of the day, I can't fucking lose, dog. So let's go ahead and look through this. So we're looking at NFL draft order on Tankathon. Number 1 is the Bears pick from the Bryce Young trade with the Carolina Panthers, sitting at 1-8. We have the Cardinals as well that are 1-8 as well, but they are getting Kyler Murray back, so, and James Conner back as well. So maybe that does end up changing. They're going up against the Falcons today in a little bit. So I'm recording this video. And then the Patriots right now we're sitting at 2-8 with the number 3 spot. Giants probably lose today. They may jump us to go to 2-8 as well. The Bears did end up winning over the Panthers. Actually, it was good for them because they now have a higher chance of getting the first overall pick. But the Panthers, the Rams sitting at 3-6 are 6. The Packers sitting at 3-5 are 7. The Bucks sitting at 3-5 are 8. Broncos sitting at 3-5 are 9. And the Titans with Will Levis are sitting at 3-5 and at the number 10 spot in the NFL draft order as of now. But Pats lose. Mac Jones, like I said, welcome to Uber Eats. Get him off my team. Bailey Zappi as well. Welcome to DoorDash. Get him off my team. Bill Belichick. This will be a long season for you, buddy. Like I said, bro, if it was not Bill Belichick, I would not be surprised if I saw that Bill Belichick. If it was not Bill Belichick, I would not be surprised if after that game, immediately Robert Kraft goes in the locker room and that's getting notification from Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport. The Patriots have fired head coach blank, but because it's Bill Belichick, he has that credit. He won a Super Bowl 4 years ago. He did lead the Patriots to the playoffs, and he got absolutely bitched by the Bills only 2 seasons ago, ladies and gentlemen. Rookie year Mac Jones, you did make the playoffs. So hey, remember only 2 years ago we were first in the AFC to like 10 games. That looked beautiful. Then we lost every game out, and we still had to make the playoffs, but we got absolutely bitched by the Bills. And Pats lose. higher first round pick, I guess we move, I guess. But yeah, but other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, message, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Hopefully you guys in the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.